This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2004 Ford F350 crew cab dual rear wheel. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It is the XL package, which is vinyl seats, vinyl floor. It's a work truck, obviously. It's also got the nice flatbed on it. This truck has 132,500 miles. We purchased it from a international oil company called the Weatherford Corporation out of LA area, Bakersfield in particular. It's just weird that they even sell these things. This thing is in unbelievable condition. We brought it in, we do our 2-hour inspection, and our 2-hour inspection yielded not much, except it needed sway bar links. So we replaced the sway bar links. It has lots of brake left, has brand new tires. I mean, I guess oil companies have lots of money, so it kind of makes sense. This thing was probably sitting around their yard and not moving, and someone finally noticed it and said, sell it. So we're in the right place at the right time. The only thing we could tell on this truck was that at some time in its life, it had the passenger fender replaced and painted, and the driver door replaced and painted, or maybe not replaced, but painted. Definitely the fender was replaced, probably just the door painted, but who knows. We have these things up in the air, we check them out thoroughly. We didn't see any damage from like major crash damage anywhere. Core support underneath, frame, nothing. This thing runs and drives great. The other idiosyncrasy it has, which is weird, that we've never seen before, is that when you put it in 4 low or 4 high, both lights come on the dash. They both are clearly, when it's in 4 low on the floor shifter, it's clearly in 4 low. You can feel it and you know it's there. And when you put it into 4 high, you can feel that it's in 4 high. But for some reason, the dash lights up. We're trying to keep the price of this thing as low as we can. That's going to be probably a cluster issue. We're not fixing the cluster. We're not going to go there. We're not even going to deal with it. 4-wheel drive works low and high with the floor shifter, and for some reason the lights don't indicate it correctly. We don't know why. We're not even going to delve into that because I don't want to add that to the price of this truck. I want it to be nice and inexpensive. In our ad, you'll see 4 pictures of the vehicle as it sat in LA. So you'll see that it looks exactly like it does now. Nothing's really been done except for those sway bar links. We didn't even have to change the oil. I mean, the truck has just been serviced, and they just put tires on it. People don't put tires on vehicles that are junk, especially Firestones like this, 6 of them. It's insane. Only governments and very wealthy companies do stupid stuff like this because they don't care and they got tons of money. They don't put tires on a truck like this and then sell it. Anyway, you can see that those are the tires on the truck when you look at the before pictures. We do have a little device in our picture gallery. My brother's going to take this thing out and take 30 or 40, maybe 50 pictures. You'll be able to zoom in on everything, including the tires, and check them out. We encourage you to use that. It's a pretty cool little device. Got a couple boxes on here, one on each side, just like that. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Those are $1,400 worth of tires on this truck, like right before they decide that they're going to sell it. Obviously, that is not the type of timing you would have if you're about to sell something like this, unless you really don't care about money. And apparently, after looking online at their company with all their headquarters all over the Middle East and Abu Dhabi and blah, 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 I guess this thing was probably just in the way. It's a single fuel tank here. They have another door on this side. If you wanted to add a tank, you could put the filler in there, but this is, I just want to make sure that people don't see that and think that there's another tank. The purpose of these videos isn't really to sell the vehicle as much as it is to inform you. You make the decision on buying these things based on the accurate description I give, not on a bunch of BS. So if we know something about these trucks, we will tell you about them. No secrets allowed. does us zero good to withhold information, negative or positive, especially negative. Negative information is the information that we really like to give out. That way, if it goes to Maine or Massachusetts or Germany, see, the reason we know that this fender's been replaced is there's no Ford stamp right there. So this is a replacement fender. The paintwork is, you know, Mako grade. If you know what Mako is, it's just a one-stage paint. You can see the little floaty in there. And you can see that it was blended right into these doors. But it's, I mean, it's a work truck, and so it's kind of stupid to even be talking about it, but it's my job to point this stuff out so you know what you're buying. No blow-by whatsoever, which is very rare, and another indication of the service this thing's been going through in its life. We did put a new battery in on this side. There's your Ford stamp on that side of the core support. There's your Ford stamp on this side, and there's the Ford stamp on this side, and a new battery on this side. So both batteries are new. All right. Tell you what, this thing didn't get much real work done in it. I mean, those are the original vinyl seats, and they look brand new. Usually when you buy a truck from an oil field company, it's rough. Like from Texas, they're just beat to death. We rarely buy it from there because they're just hammered, but this thing looks great. This is all original too. There's your manual. There's a lot of truck here. This is a lot of truck. You got a spare. The spare is the lowest tread tire on the vehicle, and it's probably 50%. Let's see. Boy. They must have a lot of money to be sending this thing away. A lot of money. Because even the floor doesn't show any wear or holes in it like vinyl floor does. This one does have tilt and cruise, which is rare for a work truck with XL model. So they ordered it that way. Let me get the seatbelt on here. I have to do this with earbuds in today because it's so windy. My allergies are killing me. I'm trying really hard not to sniffle and drive everyone crazy in this video.
2015, limit of 50 entries allowed per person.
Radio works fine. It's a cassette player, no CD player. I doubt anyone who's buying this truck is going to care about that. Let's see. There's your cruise control. Tilt wheel over here. Tilt it down. There's your tow on and off. Turn the turn signal off. That's on. That's off. All right, now I'm going to show you the four-wheel drive. That's 4 high. See, when 4 high comes on, it likes to give that low range light when it's not. It's in 4 high, which is the benefit of using a floor shifter truck. Yeah, it's definitely in 4 high because you can go at speed, and I can definitely feel it pulling. And we've had it in the air, and we've watched the wheels turn. So there's reverse in 4 high. Now you go to 4 low. All right, let's see. Here's 4 low. Yeah, now I know what they're talking about. And that, and we're in granny gear. That's granny gear in 4 low. And in reverse. Oh, yeah. So for some reason, that low range thing likes to stay on for both 4 high and 4 low. Now I'm going to put it in 2-wheel drive. Now we're in 2-wheel drive, and we're driving. So I don't know what that's all about, but because it's a floor shifter, it doesn't matter. I'd be concerned if it was one of the electric buttons on the dash, but I'm not because it's manual. So that's just something that we're not going to deal with. All right, let's go for a ride. If you come to Tucson to drive this thing home, which you're welcome to, you're going to pay tax and dock fees. Dock fee is $250. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is 3%, you're going to pay 5% tax and a $250 dock fee. That would be your 3% plus our 2, that's why it's 5. If your tax rate is 6%, then you're going to pay 8%. That's your 6 plus our 2 and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, no taxes, no dock fees. You just pay the agreed upon price and that's it. Once we receive your wire, we will fill in the title the way you want it, notarize it, scan it into your online file, and that'll be that. Let's see. Deposits. Please get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we will put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it is for sale. Let's see how fast this big truck gets rolling. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest pulling in front of me there, minivan. That would be a very bad mistake. Anyway, it runs great. And you know what? The rattle I'm hearing is from the door not being closed. Now it's closed. Let's see. So anyway, get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have that deposit, it's for sale. Regardless of any agreement we have on price, make sure that you get that in. We're getting a lot of people to our site now for commercial trucks. By the way, this road, we're basically four-wheeling right now because 8.1% taxes don't get good roads. I'm being sarcastic. It's unbelievable. Blah, 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 blah. Last thing I want to say is the warranty speech I give on everything we have in our inventory. And basically that is that there is none. This truck is way out of warranty. The people who built this guy, if they could have given it a 25-year, 300,000-mile warranty, they would have. And they would have been able to sell this thing for a lot more money and sell a lot more of them. The people who built it had no idea what was going to happen to this truck after X amount of miles or years. So they bailed on the warranty. If they don't know and they built it, there's no way that we can know what's going to happen to this thing tomorrow or next week or next year. So there's risk involved in buying this truck. If you're risk averse, please do not buy this truck. If you understand that there's value in this, that we've given you a ton of information, pictures, video, we even have a copy of the title in the ad, then you know, maybe you can adopt this risk. If you want risk-free, you got to buy brand new. This truck, suited up the way this thing is, brand new, about 45 or 50 grand. And 3 years and 36,000 miles of no stress. And then when you're done with that, you owe 30 grand and you can start stressing again. If you want to take one of the stressful points out of owning the 6.0, that would be to get the EGR cooler and oil cooler replaced. We do offer that. It's in our ad. You'll see it for $1,900, which is about half of the retail price of it. We will do a bulletproof EGR cooler and a Ford oil cooler here. That includes new fluids and gaskets, coolant, the whole bit. It's a smoking deal for that. We only offer that to people who buy from us. If you're a retail customer with your own truck already and come in, we charge $4 grand to do that. So this is just for people who buy from us. That is their Achilles heel. Duramax, it's injectors. Cummins, it's usually transmissions that can't handle that kind of power. And both of those are much bigger deals than this. So we do have that available. Use it if you'd like to have that little bit extra peace of mind. Otherwise, it doesn't need an EGR cooler or an oil cooler, but it's there for you and it's cheap, and we do it for you if you'd like. But anyway, it's not risk-free. So if something breaks and you get it, you got to get it fixed. All right? Thank you.